back. Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexyss K. Tylor, and the author of Spiritual Sexuality, Vagina Power, Penis Power, Sperm Power. I'm a medical intuitive, tarot reader, and psychic medium. I speak to those that are physically dead yet still alive to move between here and the other side. I'm coming back today. We have a lot to talk about, and while I'm in the mood, I want to put this in here. Hi, Sharon E. Hi, everybody here that's listening. I did a reading a couple of hours ago, and Nipsey gave me information on planes, trains, boats, and catastrophes coming up. And I also want to mention is that the California San Andreas Fault in Yellowstone Park. I mentioned Yellowstone Park and the federal parks before, and seeing the native people, the indigenous people, and the Egyptian archives there underground, as well as faults for earthquakes, as well as flooding and volcanoes underground, under Yellowstone and under other federal parks, and the fault lines in California in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, which I've mentioned before, which will move into effect. And these water storms and water worlds will also affect crops growing in different parts of California and create problems with them. And I'm seeing some type of bug infestation, not just in California, but I'm seeing some of the things, the crops that California is known for, certain areas of that because of water issues, different types of flooding or lack of clean water sources. Or I don't know if those areas there's been a lot of water where it was drought and a lot of rain, a lot of snow. I have to look them up later, and they're also going into Mexico. But Nipsey's also telling me to speak on this because I had mentioned it earlier, and I have to get on seeing all of this fighting and attacks and drama on the airplane while they're in the air, and even when they're at the airport, just like the man said he went in the bathroom, deliberately broke a spoon, and then stabbed the goddamn flight attendant and tried to open the door of the airplane while it's flying to decompress the cabin and basically have everybody be pulled out and kill as many people as he can. And I one thing I had said earlier, I wasn't gonna get into it, but you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna get into it. Where are the air marshals? That's the air polices. Work for the feds. They have police on every flight, unless they don't change it. At every airport, they call air marshals. Those are the police in the sky that can lock you up. When they see a potential danger, you don't know who they are flying on the plane until they have to come out and ID themselves and lock you up. Restrain somebody, get them down. And I wonder why we're not seeing that. We know that's not happening because too much crazy shit is going on the airplane with these pilots, with these flight attendants. See, they not, it's a lot of stuff I don't like to get in, and Nipsey telling me to get in it. A lot of these goddamn it, air marshal, they're trained to be police and to make sure there's safety on the plane and nobody gets unruly and out of order or kills another person or assaults another person. These air marshals is hoish as hell up there sucking dick and eating pussy in the friendly sky on dope, goddamn it, on the antipsychotic and the goddamn it, anti-depression on the X with they dick hard riding on the flight, goddamn it, fucking passengers and shit, fucking flight attendant, fucking palace party, the goddamn it, sex party. You know what? I'm sorry. Oh, goddamn it. A lot of these motherfuckers has got worms, on dope, drunk, alcoholics up there on the goddamn airplane, up there sucking, sucky, fucky. Up there on the goddamn plane, mean folks off the plane, at the hotel, they all doing orgies and busting nuts all up there at the plane in the goddamn airplane. Mean folks on the airplane fucking. Dick hard, getting they dick massage all in the goddamn airplane seat. Drunk. Damn, did I say that? A lot of them are suicidal and deal with depression the same way. I'm telling y'all, these flight attendants and these pilots here, then these flight attendants will take a layover and go have an abortion. Whew, did I say that? Oh, Jesus. You know, drunk on their ex, a lot of them on that, nerves. Nerves. They on that methamphetamine, on them goddamn sleep medication where they be sleepwalking to the orgy, fucking getting drunk. These sky marshals it's very stressful. They going from one zone to another, going from the United States to China, overseas, riding on the plane. They don't get their sleep. They don't get their rest. A lot of them, the job is very, very stressing and very depressing. So a lot of these motherfuckers be killing themselves and then or get home and beat a motherfucker ass or beat somebody ass on the plane. Who gonna tell? By the time they finish beating somebody ass on the plane and writing up all them reports and telling the goddamn police and the flight attendants and shit on the plane, and then getting the airport security and dealing with the police or whatever state they dealing with, by the time they dress that shit up and wrap that shit up, whoever ass they done whoop, tied up in so much paperwork and shit, it's your word against the marshal and everybody else involved. They help cover up that shit. I'm talking about stomping and kicking people, putting their feet all in people's mouth and teeth and jamming their foot heel up in people's nose and all. I mean, just kicking them and stepping all down in them people behind and all that shit. Breaking people's limb or spraining people's ankle and knee. What you gonna tell? What you gonna tell? See, this system need to be overhauled, but then I guess they getting who they can get to get on the plane. Because a lot of these people so stressed out, and when people get in there, they don't want that job or try to, then they snap when they get home, but they don't be present. Whoo, now I know what I'm saying is correct. How do I know? Because I used to have a girlfriend that was married to a nigga. They was high school sweethearts, and they was in a little country town in Illinois. And I think Peoria. And we stopped talking like over 10 years ago because I got tired of hearing the whining and wanting readings. Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? And then basically wanted all this for free. It was just the same shit over and over again. Whining about the nigga because she was hung up on the dick. She said the dick was real fine. And the nigga was fine. So but he been cheating on her since high school. And I think she had 2 or 3 children by him. He been a cheater all his goddamn life. And she like to fight women and run women off. And as soon as you run one off, here come 2 or 3 more. Because that's what the nigga want to do. So they moved out of there, moved to Atlanta. Well, I think he left her. He kept telling he didn't want to be with her. But some people don't want to hear that. He got him a job as a air marshal, traveling all around the world, country nigga. So he's exposed to shit he was not exposed to. He gets to travel the world. I don't think he really had to pay anything for it. And he got a good salary. It's exciting. He met all kinds of people and all types of women. She trying to chase after him. He moves to Atlanta. She moves to Atlanta. That's how me and her met through, a relative of hers. So we became friends. or associates, because she really was my friend. She wanted to pretend to be to get free information, and I got tired of people like that around me pretending to be my friend. And she chased her husband for years. And he told her he did not want to be married to her anymore and filed for divorce. She kept trying to block the divorce. While he had filed for divorce, he was an air ranger and an air marshal. And he enjoyed his life. And I know he had certain benefits. And this is the thing. He was paying her alimony, and he was paying for the children. He didn't just leave her because he was making good money, and he was traveling. He's like, as long as I just want to be free. I want to experiment. We've been together since high school. Even though I cheated on you, I never got to really do what I wanted to do without you trying to control me and hold on to me. So I want to be free, and I want to have this experience, and I understand that. He was taking care of her. That wasn't enough. She would not accept that shit. And he kept being honest with her. So he would cut her off, and she found he was dating other women because he told her. He was very, very honest about everything. And she still couldn't fucking take it and want to attack him. She could not leave this man alone after he left her alone and kept saying, this is what I want. And he was enjoying traveling on the plane. That's how I found out about this. We started learning more about it. She was like, he got a really good job. He's an air marshal now. They're secretly watching people, and they arrest people. People get out of order on the plane. People don't know they're there. They don't know who they are. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So he gets a really nice place to live in Atlanta, like in a gated community. And he lets her come over there. They still screwing. And she's talking about, she overdoes it, screw him till he pass out, and go all out of her way. And so he go like to different countries. He'll bring her really exotic clothes back. He'll give her money. He'll bring her nice gifts. They go out to eat. And then he tells her, I'm still not coming back home. I'm still not going to stop the divorce. I still want to be free. I still want to do what I want to do. You can't tell me what I want to do. Now, if you still want to see me, and I deal with you. But then I found out later on, the nigga was fucking her into submission. The nigga fucking her down to reduce that alimony and that child support. It got to the point, because it's fucking crazy. She wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't listen to no goddamn body. This nigga drunk. This nigga getting high. Every time this nigga get on an airplane, he meets some bitch he want to fuck. They want to fuck him. And then, that's like a lot of black women's, Asian women's, even white women fantasy, because the nigga is a mandingo looking nigga. The nigga real black, real like 6'2", 6'3", muscles everywhere. Just shiny and black and fine. So everywhere the nigga go, bitches looking, goddamn it. Niggas looking too, because the nigga fine. He look like a bodybuilder. But she found out when it was time to go to court for the hearing. He's telling her, he was paying her rent. He was paying his rent. He was paying her rent. She had he got her a BMW, I think a Mercedes. He was paying for that. He was basically paying all her bills and still fucking her and taking care of the boy and the girl he had. But the girl was grown, so she was back home. This man doing all this stuff for her, but he did not want to belong to her because he loved that lifestyle. But then this man was doing any and everything and fucking people's on that plane, not using no goddamn rubber. I know because she told me. So, and I said, well, why are you fucking him and don't use no rubber? That's my husband. That's everybody's husband, goddamn. I said, why are you fucking this man without no rubber? And then you know what this man is doing, and he telling you what he doing. Why don't you just chill? The man is taking care of you and giving you every motherfucking thing you want. No, I want him. I said, and he told you he don't fucking want to be with you no more. Y'all been together fucking 20 years and shit, got grown children. Why don't you just, no, I'm going to keep on fighting for him. Then he tells her, look, I need you to reduce the amount that you asking for when we go to court. I'm not going to reduce a goddamn thing. No, I need you to do that. I've been taking care of you. I've been good to you. I've been paying all your bills and shit. Why are you complaining? I've been fucking somebody else. I've been honest and straight up, but I still take care of you. I'm not gonna reduce it. She said wasn't gonna reduce it. He goes over there and apply all kind of pressure up in her ass and mouth. If I do that, you gonna fuck me. We might be able to work something out. He tell her, yeah, get her, run up in her house and run up in her mouth. She then go to court, sign these papers. Once she signed the paper, because how he run all up in her and running her rectum, she then get fucked when she go to court. Get fucked again by the judge because they reduced it way down, goddamn it, to where she couldn't pay all the expenses, and then there was nothing she could do about it. She was calling me crying. I said, I don't want to hear it because you wouldn't listen. Nobody, that dick got you crazy. You wouldn't go to, then he would shoot out on a flight and shoot off in a new damn plane ass up there on the seat in a damn new airplane and shit. This shit was a goddamn mess. And I said, it was a crew of them. It was a crew of air marshals that do this kind of shit. Like to meet bitches and stick dick, and then some of it's fucking men saying women stuff don't. Oh, Jesus. Fucking pilots and flight attendant, all kind of shit. Then this motherfucker caught me up in the bullshit. I mean, yeah, I'm going to tell him myself, goddammit. This bitch, see, I guess, and that's another reason I had to leave her alone. This bitch was real clever. She had her husband's pen to his phone, and he did not know she had the account to the phone, the pen to the phone. This bitch is checking this man's messages. I'm on the three-way. I'm listening. She's like, he think he did something, but I got his ass. I'm seeing what this nigga at and what he do. And when he knew how to pick the nigga lock, come in the nigga house, look through the man shit. She's listening to the man messages. She hearing bitches leaving love messages on there. So they can't wait to see him again. Spend the weekend with him. Him fuck them all in the ass after they get to Atlanta to visit in his goddamn place. This stupid bitch. This bitch, she's so slick and so desperate to get this guy back. She done figured out how to get into the gated community. Got through the gate up there in the bushes. Nigga went home, went and unlocked the nigga door. She looking all through his stuff, stealing shit stealing stuff out that man's house, getting women's names. She was so smooth with then to straighten the shit back up, ease out, lock that man door, and then have her car parked around the corner and then ease through the gate, back out the gate, get in the car, and go home. How he found out? Because she was getting women's names, addresses, phone numbers. Whew. Calling them, threatening them, and telling them she was his wife, and then they were telling her husband, or basically her ex, because after they divorced, she still wouldn't let it go. She asked me, she got an address here, because some of them were out of town, but some of them were here, for me to drive over there with her after dark and go knock on the goddamn door and ask for somebody there like you looking for somebody else, like, and then they say the person ain't there. You got the wrong address to identify the bitch. She had their picture, she had their social where they work. I'm telling you, this bitch is clever. Had all of it. She's standing out there at another place at a goddamn restaurant following him with a Bozo the Clown wig on and like a clown nose and shit, like with a clown outfit, like to blend in. With her uncle out there and had me out, and I said, I'm not finna, you know what? This is gone too far. I'm not finna dress up like no clown. This bitch was dressed up like a clown, standing right there. We standing by the nigga. The nigga don't know And she's standing there looking at him, looking at the bitch, following them. It was like an outdoor activity thing. Following the nigga around for dinner. I mean, and this dressed up. You know what? I just, whew, shit like she was doing shit like this. And the nigga didn't. Then the way she was so desperate, I don't know if she had took something, had her damn wig hanging out under there, weed with the orange. Ronald McDonald, goddamn it, wig, orange on top, and you could see the other weed, the dog hair hanging on the bottom, like she had to push up under there good and blend it in. Nigga figured out it was her, but he didn't want to make no goddamn it scene. Then I'm like a fool trying to help the bitch. I'm driving over there. She done picked this lady's house. Dressed up like she's somebody else. I don't know what role we were playing. I don't know if she was playing like she was a real estate agent, was looking, trying to see what the lady trying to sell her house. You know what? She might have been on some of that old nerd, goddamn it. She's sitting there, you go in. I said, fuck, I'm not going no motherfucking well. I ain't going that goddamn lady house. You know what the fuck said? I said, you said I'll stay right here. You take your motherfucking ass up on the goddamn porch. Going up there, line, knocking on the door. Lady open the door. She pretend like she's somebody else to see if this matched the description of the picture. You know what I'm saying? After that, and with the clown wig, with her weave hanging out under the wig, the nigga could tell it was her because she got, man, you know what? I said, maybe you need to leave this man alone because the man he's been as honest with you as he can goddamn it be. And you still just don't, want to let this shit go. And this man is clearly like out there on some other shit. And he was constantly telling her he was on some other shit. But I really had forgot about that shit. To this, I ran so much shit, man. Trying to be a friend of motherfuckers, bitch wasn't a friend of me. I had to get away from these goddamn it type of people. It's just, to Nipsey started making me think about it now with these airplanes. He said, air marshal. Then I said, where the air marshal? And then he said they be drunk and high and on that shit and doing sex orgies and be on that sleep medication and chase it down with liquor. I said, oh, hell no. So that's why you can't see, because I'm saying, where are they? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I didn't think of that until he brought it to me now. He said, Alexyss air marshal. I said, where the fuck are they at? Where's the air police? Because it's too much of this shit going down and like they trying to plot something else. And then that's when he showed me one of them was an agent and put that damn device that looked round like a disc that changed people's frequency and make them shift. But then I see why the air marshals didn't kick in because they so fucked up and on antipsychotic drugs and antidepressant drugs and drunk on that goddamn methamphetamine and be overly, the body exhausted from going these different zones and jet lag and not really getting no break. And a lot of them be committing suicide. Just like I told y'all Nipsey about them pilots and some of them flight attendants. Oh, Jesus. Him. I said, let me bring this up because I know they're not supposed to let you know they're up there. But if something like that happens, they're supposed to break their secrecy and come out and take care of it immediately. And these things, as you know, on these planes and these episodes and these violent outbursts are not being dealt with. Where's the marshal? Because if they're on all these planes, that means they're watching this. But I don't know if they're so tired and weak and burnt out and can't physically apprehend the person that they let this go on. This is dangerous. We need to find out which airlines have air marshals on them or are air marshals on every flight for every airline. Because if they are, then we must question them. If we're getting on them and we're putting our life at risk, why isn't the air marshal doing anything? You see what I'm saying? for you all that did not know that, because I'm really, or unless this is a setup, and we know a lot of these air marshals are not stable. I said, let me tell these people, because she told me to come back and address this issue. Now, I don't know what type of security they have on these boats, these cruise ships, or if they have any on a train. If anybody knows, let me know, and I have to find out about that. I'm wondering how many encounters take place, because he showed me them scrapping on the plane, fucking and fighting on the boat. We know they fucking fight on the plane, but fucking and fight on the boat. I wonder, is there any of this going on the train? Because we don't hear it. And just because we don't hear it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Oh boy. And when I thought about it, and I just remembered I had forgot about it. The behavior of this man, behavior of my ex-associate's husband, her ex-husband now. Supposedly I heard she moved on finally. His behavior, and he was a sexual deviant. This man was into all kinds of shit. And then she was like, all of them are like that. A lot of them are like that, and a lot of them twisted in the head and on that sleep med. So you know what? It would make sense that a lot of them, what you said, baby, now I'm seeing, Nick, Umber, you said down here in Florida, they have secret swinging club. They have parties at different locations with them. Who? People that work for the airport? You know what you saying? Nick, undercover hombre, said, wow, we seen it on that Denzel movie because he was high. Well, he worked with the airline, Andrea, what movie? And said, well, SMH so long for that Jamaican trip. Well, I mean, just check out which trip you flying, which airline or boat you flying on. And take whatever they let you take on there for your health, and because I'm wondering where they get that water on the ships. Is it like the plane? They do they recycle that water? Yes, Andrea, she had many hats on it. I saw how that is when a woman really wants a man. She not gonna give up. Thank you, Yolanda Carter, for the cash up, baby. Hit my cash up, make it clap. Now, Yolanda, don't take this personal, because I'm not talking about you. When I come back and get into this, and I mention a person in my family named Yo-Yo, I'm not going to be talking about you when I make these references, goddamn. So don't take this the wrong way. I'm not talking about everybody named Yo-Yo or Yolanda, goddamn it. Just his family member and a fake ass, lying ass cousin. I'm not talking about you. Glad I scroll down and seen you cash at me, goddamn it. Don't ask for it back, because I ain't talking about your ass now when I said Yo-Yo. Because I notice a lot of people named Yo-Yo, they mind is a yo-yo. Like they said, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and the mind go up and down like a yo-yo, and a lot of them can't prove shit they saying. So they yo-yos around about a lot of things, and yo-yos on dicks. But I ain't talking about you though, goddamn. I'm talking about somebody else I know for a fact I seen through the shit. I didn't say I wouldn't. You said Emma must have been Mandingo. Yeah, Tam. She couldn't let him go since high school. But he, you know what? And I learned that I don't want nobody don't want me. Even if I'm hurt that they don't want me, and I might still be wanting them at the time, I'll get over it. Before I chase somebody and do all that, and we out there, I'm with this motherfucker. She wearing disguises and shit. And you could tell it was a disguise. Somebody sitting there with their damn hair on. And they'll put a damn clown wig on top of it and then push all their damn hair up in it. And their hair sticking out like a shag in the back. Around their damn neck and round their damn shoulder with the orange on the top, man. Come on. Oh, hell no. I'm sitting there and people looking at you, you looking crazy than a motherfucker. And the nigga acting like he don't see you, and the nigga know you was there because he came back and when they started talking, he said he seen her out. He seen her out there following him around. And I said, I'm going to stay out of this, man. It's on the plane they use bottled water to make coffee tea. You know what? I wouldn't even trust that. See, whenever I travel, I take my own bottle of water Because, this man got locked up a couple of weeks ago. He was up in one of them offices. The people work during the day. They leave a mug in there. They leave the bottles of water in there. And some of them women started getting sick. And one of the ladies got suspicious and put a camera in her office where she would leave brand new bottles of water. Come to find out this man that was doing the maintenance that night, like them people rubbing their ass on my friend Ricky's bus seat, that man rubbed his mouth and ass around them people bottle of water, unloosen it, then put the top back on there. These people start coming up with STDs like herpes in the mouth and shit. This man had herpes and might have had another sexually transmitted disease and was deliberately cleaning the office up at night and cleaning his ass around these people water bottle. All these people came up with STDs and he got herpes and they verified he had and know he had it and locked him up and put his mug shot out. And now these people are suing. I don't know if they're just suing the employer as well as suing him. He the lip see. See, that's why I be trying to tell y'all, do not put y'all food in the employee refrigerator where in and everybody can get to your food and everybody food and put a name tag on your damn food because a bitch and a nigga don't like you will go in there and skeet and your damn ravioli and shit. And then your soup and shit and stir that shit up. You don't even know that it's in there. Don't skeet in your Coca-Cola. Open the bottle up. Knowing how to put that shit back on. Where you can't tell they don't open the Coca-Cola unless it's the can. They might put some bacteria around the can. You don't wipe your can and shit off. Sandwich and stuff. Leave your stuff in there overnight. Oh, I just leave it in overnight in the refrigerator. I get it tomorrow. Really? You gonna get it tomorrow, all right? You don't know what you gonna get. Hoof mouth and all kind of shit. Because these people are sick like that. You don't have to do nothing to them. They can just say any, meaning, minor, mo. And decide they want to do that shit to you. And to watch you drink that water. And to watch you eat that. Just like it was a video a long time ago. This lady got mad in this restaurant. They had the camera up there. She knew it was there. I don't know what's wrong with this stinking bitch. She got mad because the hot dog wasn't cooked the way that the man said they wanted, a hamburger or something. Went back there, took that hot dog, dug it up in her ass, stuck it way deep down in her ass. Must have had a deep cock because that looked like that was about a foot long hot dog, stuck it. Heished her damn leg up, bent over, and you could see on the camera her sticking this hot dog in her damn pussy. Slid it out and put it in the damn hot dog bun. I guess she said it'll teach this motherfucker by asking me to come back here and grill they hot dog a little bit longer, and they ain't hardly paying and they ain't hardly tipping. You know how you do these people, you feel like you can talk to them any kind of way that's waiting on you. That's why I don't talk nasty to people when I go out, but I really don't go out no more and talk nasty because I don't talk to people that deal with waitressing and waiters and stuff and say that when they talk nasty to them, they'll go do something like that or drop their butter on the floor or drop their food on the floor. Rub that hamburger around their asshole and lay it back up down the bun and put some ketchup and lettuce and shit on it. Some crispy lettuce with the water dripping off of it so you think they done went back there and made you a fresh damn hamburger and watch you bite that shit. How do you know that they did it? You don't. Yeah, I told that bitch and got me. Yep, and she told you too. You'll know when something start coming up out your throat. Gotta go to the doctor and you don't know what happened to you. And they have to figure out where you been and get them people tested. See, people would do stuff like that. I mean, if you go to the doctor and get swabbed and find out you got a STD and you know you didn't have that before, all you gotta do is track back to where you ate at. File a police report and get the person tested that served you that food because that's where it came from. See, people so dirty on that. And it don't matter this man is in jail. It doesn't matter this person is suing. This person's, been arrested and they suing. They still now have to deal with this STD. You can get rid of it now. Herpes is easier to deal and get rid of now. But who the thought of somebody opening your bottle of water, putting it in their butt, putting it in their mouth, down in there where they can get all of that viral mucus, saliva, all that, and then screw it back on? Just with all that and watching somebody do that. See, he went vacuum, nobody flow no more. He did some shit like that to me. And I just, because the suit, I mean, to do something that nasty and open your ass like that on me, like that song, Why You Want to Get Funky on Me. See, and ram it around. Yeah. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people nasty like that. They feel like, bitch, if they got it, they want you to have it too. And they just start going around. Like people give people HIV. Women do it. Men do it. Other types of infections and knowing that they got it. So I'm going to see. Because I noticed that. I'm going to wrap this one up and I'm going to come back because I don't want to chime together with this vagina power, beast mode, mama-daughter drama. I don't want this in here. I'd rather have it separate. Have you noticed though? I've noticed on the news they have not said anything about the air marshal's role in controlling chaos and quickly diffusing violence and any type of trouble on an airplane. They haven't said anything about the air marshals. Have you all noticed that? I haven't heard anybody speak about it. That's why Nipsey told me to speak about it. And I forgot about like what I just told you, that I've dealt with a woman personally that was holy-ish. And this man was drunk and liked to party all the time, loved to drink and party, and he was smoking weed. They must not drug test air marshals. Maybe they do now, but then at the same time, if these people are on psychiatric drugs, antidepressant, antipsychotics, that means that their insurance companies and the airline has approved that, because those are drugs that are legal for somebody that has mental problems, are dealing with suicide and depression. So that means they allow them to have that shit in they system. But you know what I taught y'all, and I told y'all to look this shit up, and I verified it. It's on the FDA site, so it ain't nothing that I made up. You know, that people can report me to YouTube for, because it's on the FDA site. Those drugs cause sleepwalking. Those drugs cause some people that are on to commit suicide and to have accidents to kill themselves and to kill others, because they will get in a car and drive and they don't know it, or sleepwalk or be up and you don't know you're up. So I'm wondering, what role is that playing when they're on that plane and they're depressed or they're drunk or they're asleep and they're too tired to get up and make a move on somebody aggressive anyway, like the man that stabbed a flight attendant? We didn't hear any. Did you notice that? We didn't hear anything about an air marshal stepping in. There were no police on the plane to step in. Don't you think that's weird? I think it's weird. And that they're not being mentioned nowhere. And there have been no interviews with them and their role and what they play on how to diffuse problems on an airplane. Y'all don't think that's strange? I really, really do. Unless they no longer have air marshals on flights, which is a real big problem. And they don't want the public to know they're not there, or they there and they fucked up in the head. See, we need to, it's our job as consumers, because they're not telling us, and it's clear on some of these airlines and flights, you're not protected. We need to know where they are and which planes they are and what is their legal duty to the passengers that pay their money to get on this flight, that thinks they're going to be protected and safe. Okay. If you anybody in that flies on planes, that works
in the airline industry tell me, you know, what I need to know. Yep, Andrea Richardson, she said, yep, I almost forgot. There were supposed to be marshals there. They know how to get around them drugs, sure do, and how to flush their body eyeballs so they want. Oh, yep, she knew something wasn't right, so she finally called the janitor because the lady it was being done on who called it STD put a hidden camera. Yes, she put that camera in there and caught that. Oh my God, it's so disgusting, isn't it? To pass diseases to people in there while you're working to clean up an office at night. But give me a few minutes. Let me get adjusted. We're gonna have this other while I'm in the mood, I'd rather do it now to have it up there before we get into the classes because we're gonna have a mother-daughter drama. And that, as you know, those things are so deep depending on how you were traumatized. Like I was traumatized my whole life. And even traumatized in the womb. I want this here. You say, somebody said, Sandra Gill, hi. I just asked my dad yesterday about whether or not they still have air marshals on the plane. As we were watching the news about the guy that attacked the flight attendant, what your daddy say? Okay, Nick _Umbre said, my sister works at Miami Airport and she tells me they are understaffed. If the air marshals ain't there, maybe that's why. So when you get a chance, can you ask her, are they there on every flight? Because a lot of them are so stressed out and depressed and addicts and sleep deprived that it's not a lot of them up there from what I can see up there. There's not a lot of them up there and they're not telling the public. They don't want to alarm you. But they're putting us at risk knowing that a lot more people are on these psych meds. I have mental and emotional problems. So that's why Nipsey told me to tell y'all, because it was something I wasn't even thinking about at first. And then he said today, Alexyss, air marshals, tell them about the air marshals and what you know. And I said, damn, I forgot I knew about that. Wow, I dealt with somebody. This guy had this lady crazy. And the stuff he was doing, it was always a different woman. I'm talking about every week. He was flying out of town or he was flying out of the country. She couldn't always reach him. She didn't know what country he was in, who he was with, or what he was doing. And so she knew how to pick into the phone and check the messages. And she would call, if he changed it, finally, I think he started getting hip. He might have changed it. She would call, the phone come behind his back. I'm his wife. My name is such and such. You know, I handle these accounts. I pay these bills. And I think I lost the code. Or is there any way you can give me access into the phone and get the code? They would give it to her. Then catch him. She was always catching him with somebody. Sit out there and take pictures of him. Watch women come in and out. Knock on the door, catch him in there trying to start fights. And then she could have used that as leverage to get more money. But she knew he wasn't going to give none of that pole, that soul pole, no more. If she go in there and use that evidence, had pictures and all type of receipts. She's real smart. But she did not want to lose him. By the time he got her to take that wig off and to turn over the evidence and shit, and right, he made her sign a statement before, and then once she signed it, he stuck dick in her all night long. Just stuck it all in. I'm talking about in every hole. When I seen her, she was walking crooked, like sideways, like her hip was dislocated. She said her back was hurt and her hip, one hip was hurt, but she said it was worth every last goddamn acre because she took all that and sat down on it and jumped down and spent around and took it all in her ass and took it all in her pussy, all in her mouth and shit, and jacked off and swallowed all kinds. But she said that pain hurt so good. Say they not on all flights. Now that's not good. That's not good if they not on the flight. So do they have a backup? You said I just asked my daddy, yes, air marshals. Been watching news about the guy that attacked the flight. My sister worked in Miami. Okay, according to Google, I wanted to, but see, we don't want to just ask Google. We want to ask the flight. we want to ask the airline. See, there's been so much racial stuff. And so they landed plane coming from Ireland and Philly. A bunch of folks. Wait a minute. Said they just landed. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Amanda Richardson. Says all recorded but never intercepted. They just landed a plane coming from the islands in Philly. And a bunch of folks was vomiting. What did just came on the news? Can you put the link in here so I can see it? As well as email it to me. Did happen today. Did you now, Sharon? Did you see some of the stuff we talking about? So you can see the stress and the pain on their face. When you get a chance, they always look angry and sleepy. And somebody said, my cousin just said they replacing the Marshals with Karens. Lord Jesus, I don't know how that's gonna help. So yes, they did. I text my sister. She said there's supposed to be one on every flight. I told you there's supposed to be one on every flight because I learned that from her. And I knew they were, because Nipsey told me they were gone. I seen them. And some of them laying in their sleep, drunk on that shit. Or sleepwalking. Now, what you say, Andrea, this just happened today where they got off the flight? And Philly up there throwing up. Wow. You know, whoa. They just had it on the noon. Whew, she's absolutely right. Because the girl told me there's supposed to be at least one on the plane. You found Andrea Richardson said come in from the islands in Philly. Was that just came in? They just landed the plane. You shared a link with us. Okay, might be. Oh, okay. Because I know it's been happening the past couple of days and coming in off these ships. You say that Ambien is no joke. I made a bowl of. What? Essentially talking about she took that Ambien, made a bowl of cream cheese and salad dip in her sleep years ago when you used to take them. Found the empty bowl and tortillas on my dresser. So you ate all of it? Did you just do it one time? Or did you kept taking it and eating it and started blowing up and you know why you were gaining weight? You know what? I'm so glad I ain't never touched that shit. Y'all Nipsey telling me this and I'm finding this out. Lord Jesus. So my aunt said she made a sandwich in her sleep and didn't even eat the sandwich. Wow. Oh, Jesus. That's the last thing I need in my life. To do some shit like that. Said I think most federal air marshals are in the international flights. No, because they're supposed to be over here. Because when I was dealing with her husband was in the flights here, flying around the United States and international. No, they're supposed to protect us here. We deserve it. And this is not good. We need someone that knows what they're doing and knows how to defend against somebody very strong and very violent on those planes. So I know from last year. Yeah, but they're happening right now, though. Say your aunt will make a fried chicken, flour in it and everything. You had to Oh, my God. Did she stop taking it? Did your aunt stop taking it when she saw she did that? Oh, my. You know what? I don't ever want none of that stuff because that's not the only one. All those sleep medications that they have listed as okay, a lot of them that they have listed as okay, called sleepwalking. She just up there. Oh, my God. Okay. Let me go out of here and come right back because I don't want that part with the vagina power and mother-daughter drama to be in here. I want them separate. I just want y'all to watch this because we need to know. I'll be right back.